What the fuck? You can't just do that. You can't just do that. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna give 10 memberships while she isn't looking. What the fuck is wrong with you? Thank you. Goodness gracious. I appreciate it. Holy flippin' hell. What the fuck, man? What the scallop? What's wrong with you? But thank you. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Fight him, rabbit. I'm about to. Goodness gracious. Can you guys hear my fan in the background? Okay, actually, let me thank all of the... Okay, thank you to Yukon for the, thanks to Yukon for the 10 gifted members. That's fucking crazy. Thank you. Welcome G-Man, welcome Tyrone, welcome Frederick, welcome Rune, welcome Deathrow, welcome Cactus Plays, welcome Saberman, welcome High Cube, welcome Succulent Slug, welcome Justin T, and welcome HF Mood. Woo, what's up with it? Hey Lou, how can you say, can I buy some meth in Japanese? Let me think. I think would it be, I don't know what the word for meth is. I'm assuming it's just meth. So like, meth, is that your fan? This, like the psh, that? Yeah, I don't have air conditioning in my house right now. So it would be meth wa kaimashita ka, I think. Kaimashita ka. Yeah, that sounds right. Hold on, I'll translate it to make sure. I don't want to spread misinformation. I may be Nihongo Jozu, but actually fucking need to do English to Japanese. I'm silly. What is it? Oh, okay. It wouldn't. I mean, close-ish. 覚醒剤を買ってもいいですか? いいですか? 買って. Okay, so that's a Tay form. Okay, I see. Apparently, there is a word for meth. That's really funny. Okay. That's funny. I like that. Hello, Angelina Jolie. No, you can't. Hello, pretty lady. Hello. Kirei no ona-san? How the fuck do you say girl? Ona-noko. So, konnichiwa. Kirei no ona-noko-san. I think. Matthew. So, hi! Konnichiwa, what's up, everybody? Today, we're gonna be learning some Japanese, some Nihongo. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. I'm feeling a lot better yesterday since I got that caffeine tablet in me. I was about to die yesterday. I genuinely was just like riling and toiling in bed. I was not having a good time, straight up. And so I like slept the whole day, and then I had a caffeine tablet because I remember that I had bought those at Dollar General because my mom forced me to go out to the store the other day as well because she was like, oh well Lou, I want you to buy hamburgers for tonight. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna kill myself. But then I struck a deal with her. She let me get pineapple and goldfish, so you can actually hear my goldfish. You can hear those. And then actually let me just go turn off my fan because I don't want that to interrupt. Insanely hot in my house. It's like insanely hot. Anyways, I took some like fucking extra strength relief, like headache pills or something, and that shit cured all. It was so good. I felt so good after like an hour. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Holy fuck. But yeah, I don't know. So me waiting in every Lou stream for the day. She goes, another cooking stream. There are 35 bucks in my wallet ready to go. Oh no. I'm actually thinking about doing one. I kind of want to make really cursed combinations on stream and then eat it and then make myself horrid once again. Feels better after taking drugs. I do feel better after taking drugs. So, chat, tell me, are you guys ready to learn Nihongo today? On this fine, lovely day. Now, granted, I am not the Nihongo master. I am simply okay at Nihongo, okay? Cooking streams are so fun. True. But I wanted to bestow some knowledge upon ye for those who are considering going to Japan but think that they might have trouble conversing, which fair enough. If you are an English speaker, which I think most of you here are, you might have some trouble if you go to Japan and they don't speak English. No fucking shit. So, in light of my recent Japan trip, I'm going to bestow premium knowledge onto you to be able to get by and be so freaking Nihongo Jozu that you're gonna sound immaculate. You're gonna be so freaking respectful. You're gonna be so freaking awesome that all the beautiful women, when you get over there, they're gonna be dripping from you like water, okay? French speaker here. That's cool. Speaking of that, you know what? Everyone doesn't have subtitles in Japan? No, unfortunately not. Man, I really wish they would have. Holy shit, and thank you for the 10 Canadians! Oh my god. There isn't an air conditioner out there to cool your hotness. Oh, good lord. Thank you. You flatter me. Also, what's Nihongo for raccoon? That's a good question. I know... What is it called? I know the word for hedgehog. It's Hanemizumi? Hanemizumi? I think? Let me see here. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I think it's literally just raccoon. It's like raccoon. There is another word here for raccoon. It's araiguma. Araiguma. Which makes sense, because I think the ma there might be like in reference to like kuma, which is bear. So it might be like small bear or something. I don't know. But thank you for the 10 Canadians! Holy fuck. Thank you for the $10 Lutax. Are you studying Japanese at your university? Yes, I am studying Japanese at my university. Speaking of that, still, other than Japanese, I mean, I guess you can say that too. Are you guys studying any other languages? Do you guys know any other languages? Japanese name for a hedgehog is Sonic. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die. True. I went over to France one time last year, and I don't think they have American-looking raccoons in Japan, so they just use the English name. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. But basically, fuck, what was I gonna say? This happens a lot, I've noticed. I'll just take a sip of water. I'll take a sip of water while I'm thinking it out. Literally, I said last my sister studies Japanese too. What the heck, Lameo? I think Japanese is just really popular because of the, you know, like pop culture and everything. I think it's just popular because of that. Only learn new languages for the slurs. Okay. Goodness gracious. Well, unfortunately, no slurs this time. Unless you want me to pull out some. I don't know that many. I don't even think I know slurs. I think I just know, like, kusa, which means, like, shit or something. I know that. I always remember that one because in something about going to France. Yeah. Guys, who's in France? Holy shit, thank you for the 50 P with the slashes in it. I'm gonna just call it a Lutax. I think that's, dude, I think that's, I think it's Filipino, right? It's Filipino, holy shit. Thank you, Zoroark, for the fucking Filipinos. For the Filipinoians. The 50 Filipinians. Kulang. Oh, shit. Oh, oops. I pressed activity. Oops. I don't know what this says, but I'm gonna read it at a really loud volume. Kulang kag tulog ug a las 3. Padri e. So real. I don't know what that means, but you were cooking and poetry. Actual poetry. So, some people learn in order to read manga and watch anime. Do they even have slurs? That's it. It's not really common to swear. Honestly, it's seen as more of like it's seen as a super, if you like swear aggressively, you're kind of seen as immature, I think. Something like that. You'll say, if you say stuff like, what the hell is wrong with you? Maybe not what the hell, but what is wrong with you? Don't you have like common sense? Like, stuff like that is more hard-hitting and more offensive, I feel like. Bisaya is different from Filipino. I'm sorry, I don't know that, but thank you for the Bisayas. I'm going to call them Bisayas. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very, very appreciate it. Thank you. It's about how sleep deprived right now. Also, it's about how I'm sleep deprived right now. Real. That's so real. I'm not sleep deprived anymore, but I keep having like these moments where because I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to readjust from Japan time because I was an idiot and I stayed up on the plane and I was an idiot. Anyways, I keep waking up in hours of 4. I think I've talked about this, but it's really annoying because I'll sleep for 2 to 4 hours and then I'll wake up for like an hour and then I'll sleep for 2 to 4 hours and then I'll wake up for an hour, and it's really annoying. It's horrible for my sleep cycle. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck? Stop. The way you're pronouncing it makes me cringe. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. One guy who interviews Japanese people on the street about Western cultures showed they find Western insults to be rather extreme. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Japan time is like an hour ahead of the time here. Really? I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's cool. Huh. I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's neat. I do want to like visit other Asian countries sometime in the future. All right. But anyways, let's get back on topic. So, Japanese time. Okay, this one slide is out of order. I don't know why this is out of order. So we're going to come back to this, but we'll get back to it. All right. Credentials. These are my credentials, okay? Cool. Anime watcher since birth? That's very true. Don't question that. I opened my eyes and One Piece was playing on like the fucking birth monitor, okay? Nihongo Jozu. Random Japanese person I met once. This is also true. I've had many a Japanese person come up to me during my trip and say, wow, your Japanese is so good. And I was like, thanks. I could only speak in phrases. Nihon pilled and anime maxing. So what I mean by Nihon pilled is that Japan is great and awesome and there's nothing wrong with it at all. And anime maxing is, I don't even know. I haven't watched anime in so freaking long. Like, I don't even know what I was cooking with that one. And then this one is also true. This one is also true, okay? Listen. This one's also true. Old woman said kawaii oni-san to me once. One-san. She said kawaii one-san. I was so freaking happy. Do you know how nice that is? She looked at me. We were in the middle of the country and I was using my gosh darndest best Japanese to get a goddamn shirt from this place. And she looked at me and she went, ah, kawaii one-san. And I was like, everything I've lived for up until this point has been for this. Okay? Everything. It was awesome. So yeah, those are my credentials. And I feel like it was important to establish this before we move on to the actual learning part. Okay. What does that mean though? Oh yeah, true. Kawaii means cute. One-san means, what does that mean? I think it either means older sister or younger sister. I'm gonna fact check myself. Sister, it just means sister. So it's like a doting word. Like you can like look and go like, aw, kawaii one-san, so cute. Please add heno moheji face as an emote. I don't know what that means. Can you post it on the Discord? It's the equivalent of getting called honey by a southern woman. Yes! Yes, exactly. You're so freaking right. Yeah, like, it's the equivalent of being called honey by a beautiful southern woman with who makes the best pancakes in the world. And, like, you're gonna go to church with her the next morning. You know what I mean? So, had to bring back the melted rabbit in a bucket after that one. Yeah, I was so freaking happy. I was like, damn, everything I've ever done has culminated to this moment, and now it's over, and everything from here is gonna be downhill. So, I know hi means yes, thanks to Helsinger Bridge. Yes, that is true. All right, moving on. So, this I can't really help you with, but I am going to tell you about it, because I feel like this is important to know if you want to learn Japanese. So, yes, is the learning to three alphabets a little daunting? Yes. But in the end, it's completely worth it. I swear to you guys. You know, you're looking at this and you're like, oh God, that's a lot of really random letters. Don't worry. I promise you, it's not that hard. Okay. So, when I was learning, isn't One-san that YouTuber that was inappropriate with his cat? What? Huh? Me in a thick southern accent to the 7-Eleven clerk. Arigato, my dude. We had a joke going on where we would, like, speak in, like, southern Japanese. Like, it would still be, like, good. It wasn't maybe, like, good pronunciation, but we would speak. We'd be like, fuck, what was it? Like, I don't know. We'd be like, arigato gozaimasu. And it was awful. It was disgusting. See how to write in katakana. That's all I need. That is not all you need. Okay, listen. Listen. You need both of these. Let me preface by saying you will, if you're just planning to go to Japan for like a trip or something and you just want to learn how to speak the very basics so you can be by, you may not need this. However, will it be super useful to you if you do have it? Yes, because there is a shit ton of English words that are in the second language to the rightmost side called katakana. It's the sharper looking one. The more curly one is hiragana, okay? So, kanji's one hell of a barrier. Kanji, okay. This is not, okay, this may be a hot take, but hiragana, after a while, especially when you're reading, can become kind of a nuisance. Kanji is really good for skipping over having to write a shit ton of hiragana. Because after a while, it kind of can hurt a little. So, katana, the sword, silly rabbit. Oh. I see how to write. I'm sorry, I totally fucking misread that. That's so funny. Oops. But yeah, I highly recommend at least learning katakana if you can. You will thank yourself later. You will. Because there are so many English words that are just in katakana that will help you when you are figuring out how to like read signs and stuff. Like if you're in a train station, they may not have English apostrophe, what is it fucking called? Asterisk, may. A lot of them do, but if it doesn't, sometimes you may need it. You may need it. So, don't think that's a hot take, IMO. I think it's a hot take for Western speakers. I think that's a hot take for people that speak primarily English. That's kind of what I mean. If you don't speak primarily English, maybe it's not as hot of a take, but I personally, because I feel like a lot of people, they are right, you know, like kanji is definitely the biggest barrier to entry with Japanese because there is just so freaking many. But I think in the long run it is worth it. I will be teaching you just a smidgen of kanji, so hopefully you'll be able to gain something. My first thought when trying to learn is a British roadman speaking broken Japanese. Yeah. Dude, British tourists are the worst. They're so fucking rude. The British tourists that I saw in Japan were just actually awful. Like, I cannot describe to you the amount of awful. Oh, their pound gets popular. Their pound gets really strong all of a sudden, and they think that they rule the fucking world. Newsflash, buddy, you're British. You sound like this. I don't give a fuck what you think. You need go back to your country. Kanji is gatekeeping, but I respect it. True. True. I don't think gatekeeping is bad. I think gatekeeping actually can be pretty good, to be honest with you. Especially in some certain cases. But that is not what this stream is about today. Oi, bruv! How many quid is that, mate? Hold on. I'm sorry. I just woke up from another nap because I woke up again earlier. So I'm kind of like still waking up a little, but I feel a lot better. And the good news is that I don't have to use my wrist much for this stream because it's really been hurting. So, but yeah. What are you eating? Goldfish. But yeah. So, I think you don't need to learn this, especially if you're just going there as a tourist and you don't have any plans of like actually learning the language. But if you do, if you have plans of learning the language, do this as soon as possible. Do not slack on memorizing this. Personally, when I was memorizing it, I learned from Duolingo. Do you guys know Duolingo? Duolingo is not that great of a language learning app, to be honest with you, but it is really good for memorizing the alphabets of Japanese. I wouldn't use it past that personally, but I would use it to memorize katakana and hiragana. I think it'll be very useful. So, why is your wrist hurting? I'm gonna kill you. My wrist is hurting because I have chronic arthritis in my fucking hand for some reason, and I don't know why. Oi, blood, my chap's on the way to get you, mate. Pull up in Whitechapel. Gatekeep the tourist. True. Kanji is worse than Russian. Russian's not that. There's no way Russian can be that bad. Duolingo is only good because it reminds me every second to learn. That's true. That's true. But I feel like Duolingo also will take away a sense of personal responsibility, because if you want to learn a language, you need to be intrinsically motivated. You can't have something reminding you every second, because what are you going to do when you get to those upper levels of the language and all of a sudden you no one's reminding you anymore? There's only so many things you can memorize. You can memorize phrases and sentences that are very common, like, arigato, but you can't. The second it's goes into any sort of deeper sentence making, you kind of get fucked, I think. So, I used to know so much Japanese. I haven't used it in years and I actually forgot it all. Yeah, that's why you need to study! Study, 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 goobers. Haven't studied Japanese in over a decade, but kana stuck with me to the point where I can still read it quickly. Yes, exactly. If you memorize this and you have a good foundation and base to start with, you will be, you're setting yourself up for success in the future. And I know that because I did the same thing. I memorized hiragana and katakana, and then I stopped studying for 2 or 3 years, and then I came back and I could read it still like that. So, I think, honestly, aside from Duolingo, I think one of the best ways, one of my personal favorite ways to memorize this, and also kind of a fun writing exercise if you want something fun to do. So I listen to a lot of Vocaloid, but it doesn't have to be Vocaloid, right? Just any sort of Japanese song. If you go to Genius and you pull up a hiragana or a katakana chart, and you go to Genius lyrics and you go to the romaji of whatever J-pop Japanese song you want to write down, and you just write down every syllable in either hiragana or katakana, I think it'll help with your memorization quite a lot. Your memorization will be superb, because that's so much writing practice that you're gonna get. And not only is it making it easier for you to learn because you're associating it with song lyrics, but it's also just that writing practice too, because there's so many of them. It's gonna associate in your brain better, I think. So, I don't know if that makes sense, but it really worked for me. I did it with Rolling Girl and World Is Mine, and it really helped. So, haven't used Duolingo Japanese and Indo for a long time. I forgot everything about them. Speaks much about how bad it is. Yep, I agree. Also, when I learned Spanish, I used a PDF after some learning, and I can actually form B1 level sentences. Yep, we're actually going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Going back to JP using PDF textbooks. You should. We're going to get to that. Learning Japanese songs is my favorite way to learn. Yep. People very much underestimate. A memorization app is not going to get you to learn well, okay? I was trying to save this for the whole slide I have on this, but I'm going to rant about it now, okay? If you want to learn, you got to commit. You got to be passionate, bro. You got to be passionate. You hear me? Okay. We're going to move on. We'll get to that later. Because I have a whole slide about how to learn. All right. So, finally, to the basics. Okay. This is, by basics, I mean the very basics. This is what, if you know absolutely nothing about the language, this is what you will use to survive, to get by while you are in Japan, okay? This is, even if you know nothing, okay? All right. So, I'm going to start out with one of the most basic things that you absolutely 100% should know. And that is arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu, okay? It literally just means it is a formal thank you, okay? And let me be very clear about something, okay? I know a lot of you fuckers in here watch anime. Do not pull up to someone saying arigato unless you know them, okay? You will look cringe. No one will correct you on it, but it's informal and some people can take it as rude. So just be polite. Always say arigato gozaimasu. Japan is polite. Japan is a polite society. Be polite. Stick in. Don't stick out. Got it? I'm not doing it with a Texas accent. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu. My lady. Difficult when you have to work the whole day. Only so much time. Very true. What I figured, what I think is a real... actually, I'll get to it soon. I thought it meant show feet. Oh. Beginner's mistake, I think. Beginner's mistake. Anyways. So that's... I would honestly say arigato gozaimasu is one of the foundational phrases that you should at least know if you're gonna step foot in Japan ever, okay? Literally, it's useful for everything. You bump into someone picks something up for you, arigato gozaimasu. Someone's handing you something at like a shop counter, arigato gozaimasu. Like it's useful for everything. So learn it, memorize it, say it out loud right now. I'm listening. I can hear you. Say it out loud. Okay. All right. Moving on. Konnichiwa. This one's also an insane basic. I feel like even if you don't know Japanese, you should know this one as well because a lot of people say konnichiwa even when they're just like being goofy. I know a lot of the time Americans will say sayonara, just as a way to say goodbye. They don't mean anything by it. It doesn't have the same like meaning as it does in Japanese, but like, do we have to say it with a high pitch anime voice? Yeah. You have to say it like a valley girl, actually. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sumimasen. Gomenasai. My coworker just gave me a weird look. Alright, well that's good. That means it's working. They think you're so freaking Nihongo Jozu. They're so jealous of you right now. They wish that they could be watching this live stream, but unfortunately, no. But yeah, konnichiwa. Say it. Konnichiwa. Well, don't say it like that. It's konnichiwa. You don't have to say it with the pronunciation, right? Especially if you don't know hiragana and katakana. But like, if you at least make the attempt to say it correctly, it'll probably be better. Just saying. Like, even if you just know the pronunciations of, like, the different moras and syllables and stuff, you'll get a lot more responsive answers and stuff from Japanese people, I think. Even if it's just loan words, Like, my mom just saw one of VTubers for the first time and gave me a side-eye. My life is over. Tell your mom I said hi. Actually, you don't even have to tell your mom I said hi. We have a dinner date later this night. Konnichiwa. Say it back or else. Say it back or else! Perfect. Wonderful. Okay. Alright. Let's move on to gomenasai. So, gomenasai is a very formal sorry. So, like, say you, like, bump into someone and they spill something everywhere. Gomenasai, just profuse apologizing, right? This is super important. I feel like it's super important to need to know this as well. But I feel like for all of you, please be patient. I have gaijinnism, yeah. That also might be a word you want to learn. Gaijin. It's funny. But, this is for all of you anime watchers and stuff out there. I would not shorten gomenasai to gome or gomen unless it's someone you know. It's kind of the same thing with arigato. You only really shorten it if it's someone you're close with. Like, you wouldn't do it to people that are older than you or that are, like, shopkeepers or something. Then you would use the very formal, like, gomenasai, right? But if it's someone that you do know, you could say gomenasari. Yeah, gomena, sorry. You can also yell hentai and run after you bump into them. Dude, you're gonna get fucking deported. That is a one-way Johnny Somali ticket to, like, the cold prisons of Hokkaido. That's what you're gonna do to yourself. And you know what? When you end up there, it's not gonna be my fault. I don't fucking associate with you. Please be patient. I'm a corked up white boy. Yeah, you know, I think that, yeah, they might understand you if you say you're a corked up white boy. Who knows? Who knows, right? But yeah, gomenasai, also extremely important. So, are you guys writing this down? Are you guys writing this down? Orega 6! Oh man. Could you be too formal by saying gomenasai for squeezing past someone on a train? We'll get to that, but I personally would not use gomenasai in that situation. I would not use gomenasai in that situation. I learned from a hair on YouTube. Is there going to be a test at the end? Yes, there's going to be a test at the end. Speaking of Japanese, my teacher just gave me a grade on one of my things. That's funny. Uh-oh. I should have uploaded a picture for June 2nd. My bad. Miss Teacher, I have to go to the bathroom. Shut up! Sit down. Class isn't over. Do you have the talking stick? Do you have the talking stick right now? No, that's not what I thought. Gonna watch this movie VOD. Okay. A kid at midnight, yo. Who gets it? Oh, good lord. But no, okay. Speaking of squeezing by someone on a train. So, sumimasen, personally, I think is one of the most important phrases you can learn for your trip to Japan. Sumimasen, you can use for literally fucking anything. So, sumimasen, I think the closest English translation is like, excuse me, or I'm sorry. So, like, for me personally, I'm from kind of like the Midwest, right? So, like, if I'm squeezing past someone, I'm from America, right? You know, if I'm gonna squeeze past someone on a train, you know, I'll say like, oh, excuse me, you know, like, I'm sorry, excuse me, right? But like, and it's kind of the same applied usage in Japan with sumimasen. So for like, I think the only difference really is that in Japan, restaurant culture is much different than it is in America. I don't know if this is different for you guys who are not in the States, but in America, waiters come to you very frequently and you don't have to call them over. In Japan, that is not the same case. In Japan, if you want something, you have to get their attention. You have to call them over to your table. So you'll put your hand up and you'll be like, sumimasen. Like, you know, we need something, you know, excuse me, like, hello, I need something. So that's also a use caseage for this as well. Sumimasen, honestly, is one of the most useful words that I learned because, you know, it's like, it's even like, you know, like, sumimasen, kore wa, what is it? I'm stupid, hold on. You know, you can point to something and go like, sumimasen, kore wa ikura desu ka? Like, how much is it? How much does it cost? You know? So, to like a shopkeeper or something if you're in their shop or something. So, just saying. I think it'll be useful. Definitely gonna rip this to MP3. I mean, sure. America's definitely more average in that regard. Surprised how they fill my coffee cup again every 5 minutes. Yeah. America's very, yeah, we definitely have a lot better, I don't want to say we have a lot better service, but like, because, I mean, it's just like a cultural thing, but America is definitely more in your face. Do you want 5 refills of soda and free everything? これはコマンドヤオイです. Slightly ironic considering how reserved they are on the street compared to the West, yeah. I think the most, yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, I think sumimasen is also very important to know. So, say it. Sumimasen. 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 Say it. Sumimasen. You guys got it? Did you say it? Did you say it? Did you say it? Good. Okay. Moving on. But yeah, I honestly would say that's the very basics of getting by in Japan. You can kind of see on the bottom, I put hi for like yes to confirm something, and iya for a formal no, and and iya for informal no's. I think those are also important, but I don't think they're as important because you can also just like nod your head or shake your head, you know, and people will pretty much get the idea. So, there you go. Sue me, my son. Yes, sue me, my son. Perfect. Perfect. Look at you guys go. Look at you. I'm so proud. A pluses, all of you. But yeah. You'll be using hi a lot, which is like yes, like confirm. That one's pretty simple though, so I think you kind of get the gist of it. Moving on. So, these are a little less basic. And these are for maybe some of you more advanced people out there. The before was like very basics, you know, like I'm 50, I'm visiting with my kids. I don't know shit about Japan. I'm just here to see the Tokyo Skytree. That's the kind of person. This is kind of like, oh, well, you know, I know a little bit about Japan and I'm gonna visit some cool temples and be respectful while I'm here, kind of tourist, you know what I mean? So, I think these are also extremely important to know because when I was over in Japan, granted, I can't speak great Japanese. I can understand, but I can't speak it fantastic. I did get a little confused sometimes. Hi. Okay. Good lord. Good lord. But I feel like this is important to know if you need to get something or you need to ask where something is. So, the first sentence I would like to teach you is blank doko desu ka? That means where is it? So like in the blank spot you would put what you were looking for. I think the most common example for this is like toire wa doko, or fuck, I messed that up. You're technically supposed to put like wa doko desu ka? Fuck, I messed that up. Whatever. You're a gaijin. They're gonna be like, at least they're fucking trying. Would it be rude to use the formal versions too long with someone? Would it be rude to use the formal versions too long with someone you are with for an extended period of time? No. I would just, no. Generally, you can never go wrong with formality. Don't ever feel like you can go wrong with formality. What does blank mean? It can mean kind of like anything. Fent wa doko desu ka? Where's the fentanyl? I thought fuck wasn't in the Japanese language. It's not! Do not misconstrue my words, chat. I'll get very angry at you. Ugh, I need water, sorry. Okay, so I think the most common example of this is like, toire wa doko desu ka? Which is like, you know, where is the toilet? You can also, I feel like you could also say loan words because most Japanese people at least know a little English. It's taught in school, so they can at least maybe get by with some of your vocabulary, so it's not really a huge deal if you say like, toilet? Like, toilet wa doko desu ka? Like, as long as you say it and, you know, you're like kinda getting the point across, they might get it. So, I don't know. I know the word for toilet. It's just toire. So, I mean, but you can take like toire and put another word in there. So, say you're looking for, I don't know, a bank. You're looking for a convenience store. You're looking for a 7-Eleven, okay? So, if you're looking for a convenience store, the word for convenience store is konbini. So you'd be like, konbini wa doko desu ka? And you could get someone to point. Or you could be like, ginko, that's the word for bank, right? Ginko wa doko desu ka? Or yubin-kyoku wa doko desu ka? It's basically, where is X? Where is this? At least they know hi. Okay. Thought fuck wasn't in the Japanese language. It's not! It's not! But yeah, I think that's pretty important, especially if you need to look for something and you don't specifically know what it is. And I feel like with a little blank, you can just... Manga, doko desu ka? Ah! Yeah, we don't have that here. You're fucked up. You're fucked up in the head. Waifu, doko desu ka? You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. Do you know what chin chin means in French? If you do you know what it means? I know what it means in Japanese. I know what it means in Japanese. I feel you're setting me up here. You're setting me up here. He's making a penis joke. He's making a sex joke. You're disgusting. You foul creature. You foul beast. Lolita Japan tour guide when? Hopefully soon. As soon as my wrist stop hurting, I'm gonna get on the actual vlog part that I said I was going to do. So, but my wrist has been hurting, so I'm trying to take it a little easy. Anyways, moving on. No ero manga, no waifus, no konbini. Chin chin in Japanese is kanpai. Oh, is it? Oh, chin chin is Japanese is fucking penis. So I don't know. Kanpai, yes. Kanpai means to like smash your drinks together. It's like a cheers. It's like cheers. Yeah, that's the word. All right, moving on. Kore. Is that supposed to be kore wa or kore o? I'm still learning. Forgive me. Kore wa, whatever. Basically, I want this. This, please. Hold on. Am I stupid? No, I'm not stupid. Okay. Kore o onegai shimasu. Kore o onegai shimasu. Fuda, that's not what it says. That's not what it says. Nani kore? Yeah. Kore o onegai shimasu / kudasai. Stupid foreignerness. Yep. So basically, okay. So, kore o onegai shimasu or kudasai translates to I'd like this please. Or basically, this please. So, I think this is really useful, especially for people that don't know a lot of words, right? Because if you need something and you go into a store, they usually have menus printed out that you can like point at, like in front of you, so you're not like pointing over and at a menu or something. So if you point at a menu and you go to like the little cashier person and they say, irashaimase, and then, you go up to them and you're like, kore o onegai shimasu, they'll understand what you're trying to say. You're like, this please. And they'll get it, and they'll like ring you up and everything. So that's great. That's fantastic, and I feel like that is a very important thing to know. But basically, onegai shimasu is what you want to use for like strangers and shopkeepers and stuff. It's the same thing as like gozaimasu and gomennasai. You don't want to use non-formal language with someone you don't know. So kudasai is more like you know them, and onegai shimasu is more like you don't know them. And so I feel like that is a very important distinction to make, because especially, I don't know if this is true or not. I feel like I just heard it somewhere randomly, but if you say like kudasai, I think that's like, it's like you doing something for someone else, and I think onegai shimasu is like them doing it for you. Something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm still learning, so... What ways are there in Japanese to ask for an Among Us potion? Among Us potion ga arimasu ka? I think. Arimasu ka? I think so. Hold on. Do you? I'll make sure. I don't want to spread misinformation. Among Us. Yeah. Among Us potion wa arimasu ka? Yeah. So, it's for summoning the pot and the imposter at 3 a.m. You're fucked. Your brain is so fucking rotted. You're gonna have cancer by the time you're 30 just because of how bad the brain rot is. I hope you know that. You're gonna spread your cancer genes to your children. We need to bring back eugenics. Anyways. Who's trying to save us? We're just a sinking ship, yeah. Yeah. But anyways, so that's kore o onegai shimasu. I feel like that's important to know. So, okay. And this is kind of something that confused me a little when I was in Japan. So I can understand like a little bit of Japanese, but I had not been taught the word for bag yet, okay? Like plastic shopping bag. But when an interaction is happening in like Japan, and say you're at like a konbini or something, and you set down your items, you can be like, kore o onegai shimasu, and then they'll be like, hi, and then they'll scan your items, and they'll be like, fukuro irimasu ka? And that means, do you want a bag? Okay? Do not be me and be confused every time they ask this because you weren't listening. Do you want a bag? That is what that means, okay? They're always going to ask you if you want a bag. So you can either say hi or yeah to that if you want. Or hi or yeah. How do you say eugenics in Japanese? That's a good question. I don't know. You should look that up. Actually, that's a good question. The Japanese are pretty well known for their eugenics. You say gaku. I don't like how that has... You know what's really awful is that has kanji that is like associated with like school, like teaching, because there's like the kanji for sei, like in sensei, then there's gaku, which is like daigaku, which means like school. Sei also means school, so that's funny. Irashaimase. Yeah. What about ways to explain what skibbity toilet is? You are on your fucking own, bro. So what I'm getting is you said no and walked out with arms full of goldfish. Basically, I made a stupid beginner's mistake. I said no because I was freaking out. And I was like, what did you ask me? Did you ask me if I wanted to sell away my kidney and my firstborn child? But no, they just said fukuro ikimasu ka? Or fukuro irimasu ka? So how do you say gyat in Japanese? Gyat? I don't think there's a translation for gyat. 1984, okay. You need to take your skibbity toilet riz gyat shit back to where it fucking came from, okay? Stop this nonsense. Stupid beginner's mistake or power move. True. Me walking out of the fucking 7-Eleven holding like a melon soda, pineapple, 3 milk buns. Nana Chiki. And it's the fucking power move that's probably looking at me like I was fucking crazy. Anyways, but basically they're gonna be like fukuro irimasu ka? And then and you'll say hi, and then they'll give you your shit, you'll pay. Also the card readers will say like, what does it say? Take out your card or something? Kado otori kudasai. That's what it'll say. Kado otori kudasai. Because I fucking memorized it. Because you will hear it so much. Kado otori kudasai. So that means take out your card. And then it's finished. By the way, when you're in Japan is a very cash-based society still. Do not expect to get around using like Apple Pay or like your credit card. You will need cash. Got that? You will need cash. You will need a lot of cash. Carry at least like 10,000 yen on you at all times. Also, have a shit ton of coins. You will need coins as well. Coins are very useful. Coins are not useless like they are in the United States. For reference, I'm sorry for those of you who live abroad. I can't help you. But like in the United States, cash and coins are kind of falling out of style. In Japan, that is not the case. Like 90% of the time. No, I'd say like 40% of the time. In Tokyo, if you generally go into a place, there's like an 80% chance that they will take card. So that's fine. But if you go into the countryside, there is like a 10% chance they will take card. So carry cash on you. carry cash. You will need it, because if you were like me and you got stuck in a place with no ATM, 2 hours away from your hotel by train, and you had no cash on you, you do not want to go up to your fucking sensei and be like, "Sensei, can I borrow 1,000 yen to buy a matcha ice cream?" And then him look at you disapprovingly. I mean, I paid him back, but still. Suica card. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can use your Suica card, but honestly, I would save it for transportation. I would save it for transportation only, to be honest with you. Apparently, here in the Philippines, we use both digital and cash. It's just a matter of convenience. Yeah, it's kind of the same in the US, but, I don't know. I honestly... Yeah, I don't know. You just bring cash with you. You'll need it. Obviously not American money, but Japanese yen. Either way. Yeah. Moving on. Alright. Here is some important vocab. Some important kanji that I put together for you to know. I decided to keep it kind of light because I figured that you guys might be a little bit out of your depth. Just a little, if you don't know anything. But I felt like this was probably the most important kanji to know while I was in Japan. Okay? So, cash is king. True, true. Coins are still useful because you're going to have moments where cashiers won't have enough bills or coins to give you your change. True, true. But yeah. So, I think one of the most important things you can learn is densha, which is train. Because you will, underline bold, you will be taking the train in Japan. Unless you have plans to take super expensive taxis everywhere and make your life miserable, you will be taking the train. Public transportation is super integrated into Japan, okay? Like, I cannot understate that. It is insane just how accurate and, like, really cool the trains are, okay? So, densha means train, okay? And I feel like that is important for you guys to know. Densha means train, okay? I can't help you memorize the kanji. Maybe just take a picture or something. Repeat after me. Densha. Densha. I think I'm saying that right. Densha. Can I take a taxi from New York to Japan? Yeah, I think that's how that works. Yeah, you know, I'm sure they'll get around to building the, like, highway at some point. You'll get there eventually. But yeah. Densha. That means train. It's important to learn it. Alright, next up. Shinkansen. Bullet train. This is also really important. It will be less important. It will be less important if you don't travel outside of Tokyo. However, if you're planning on traveling outside of Tokyo, the fastest way to get somewhere is probably by bullet train. That is what the Shinkansen is. It is important to know that. Japan trainless playthrough when. Oh man. So you can often substitute kanji with hiragana. Should you avoid that when writing and gravitate more towards kanji generally? Yes. Because it's kind of like in English where words can have the same meaning, but they change depending on the context. So there's bark, like tree bark, and there's bark, like the dog, like barking onomatopoeia, right? Like bark, 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 right? It's the same thing in Japan with kanji. I don't have, hashi. This is also technically a pitch difference, but I'll use this as an example, and if someone wants to correct me with like a better example in the comments, please do so. But hashi has two meanings from what I currently know. Hashi means bridge. Hashi means chopsticks. And those both have two different kanjis for them. So hashi has a different kanji. Hashi has a different kanji. So generally, you want to stick to writing with kanji, because if you write out the hiragana, they're not going to know what you're talking about unless you use that pitch difference. And you can't have, as far as I know, pitch differences are not something that you read out or that you write out. So just remember, hashi, bridge, because hashi, it goes up like a bridge. Hashi is straight, it goes down.
like chopsticks. Got it? Okay. But I think that's like a close enough comparison that I can make that it like makes sense in an English speaker's head. Does that make sense to you guys? Hopefully that makes sense. Trainless, no anime, no sushi, max difficulty. So you can take a bullet train from Japan to another country. No. No. But you can take bullet trains to just about everywhere in Japan, especially if it's like a big city. You can take a bullet train from like Japan to Hiroshima. Or not just fucking Japan. You can take like a bullet train from like Tokyo to Hiroshima. It will take like 6 hours, but you can take one. It'll probably be the best way to get there, to be honest with you. So, just saying. But yeah, Shinkansen, important. Japan is an island, mate. I know, but it's not really a big island. Whatever. You got what I'm trying to say. Anyways, another really important one is eki. It means station. Okay? You may not think that this is super important, but I think this will be kind of important. So, in Japan, they have these when Lua tutorial. Listen, man, I don't know how to code, let alone with Lua. I would kill myself, like, actually. I do kind of want to learn how to code, though. I won't lie. I don't know, maybe. That could be fun, maybe someday. We can learn how to code together or something. Anyways. So, eki is station. You will see the station kanji everywhere. I feel like it's really important to know. So, hello, Lou. Did you hear about the Andrew Mr. Graves mod being made for TCal? Announcement was posted on Reddit a few days back. No, I did not. Is it NSFW? Because if it is, I can't play it on stream. But you can... Do you want to post that in the Discord if you're there? Or link it to me on Twitter or something? I would be more than grateful to look at it. Would be simple enough and interesting. W3 school stream? I'll copy and paste that. I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting enough that I can look into it. 1 second. Okay, Lou Sharp. Coding is fun. I haven't actually... I've done a little bit of coding, but it was HTML. And the other little bit of coding I did was in Scratch when I was younger. So, not too much. But I have at least made like a very rudimentary website with HTML. So, can't be that bad. Anyways, Station. W3 is a general coding-based learner site. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I have actually wanted to learn how to code for a while now. A very long time ago, I tried learning Ren'Py, like the coding for Ren'Py. So I know a little bit of the language that Ren'Py is in, just like a little. I don't even know if I remember it, but I did at least get it working, kind of. So, but yeah, and not the Kershaw rant. And not the bridge Kershaw rants about. Sorry, little delay here. No, you're good. I love Kershaw. She's so real. I also don't really see HTML as a programming language. I see it as a formatting language. Well, that's okay. I didn't know it wasn't, like, considered a programming language. I don't have Twitter, but I could join the Discord to post. I would be very grateful if you could do that. Yeah, you can just DM me on Discord. For visual novels. Yeah, for visual novels. So you want to make a visual novel. I did want to make a visual novel. I did. I still kind of want to. I feel like that would be a fun thing to do, maybe, someday, but it would kind of take a lot of work. So, know a lot of programming languages. That's cool. I've always kind of wanted to learn how to code, but I don't know. I'm not very, like, mathematically inclined. I don't really like math. I don't like it. It hurts my brain. I'm too woman brain for something math. So, but, yeah. Back on topic. So, eki, I feel like this is important, but not for the reason you think it is. The reason I'm putting it here is because eki bends. So when you're on the Shinkansen, it's really important. Well, I wouldn't say it's really important. It's kind of a custom to get this thing called ekiben, which is just like station bento, because eki, station, bento, right? And so you'll eat it on the train, on the Shinkansen to wherever you're going. So that's kind of like a cultural thing. So I think that's pretty important. And also, just knowing the kanji for station is really helpful for navigating, so that you'll know where to go. And then there's entrance and exit. Iriguchi and deiguchi. I won't say you should need to know how to say these, but it's definitely important to at least know what they mean because it can help you navigate. So, but I don't think it's that hard. You will kind of pick it up just by being there, I think, because that's what I did. I didn't know what entrance and exit was when I first went, but when I came back, I knew just because it was everywhere. So important. Sent the link to announcement to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Making visual novels would be peak. Got so many ideas. True, so do I. I always really like, I've always been a writer. I really enjoy making and writing stories and stuff. And so I don't know. Part of me would really like to make something like that one day. But I don't know. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But math is fun though. This is coming from someone in engineering. Yeah, well, you're in engineering. Math is cringe and gay. I hate math. I know math makes everything fun. Like, math made my computer and everything, but fuck, bro. My head hurts when I see numbers. Those are letters, bro. Those should not be with the numbers. I'm not even that bad at math. I just don't like it. It's not fun. I prefer writing. I prefer more creative stuff. Don't know if it'll be NSFW. Sounds like an alternate version of the story where Andrew's stuck in the part with his mom instead of his sister. Oh, that's neat. Interesting. Thank you. I'll check it out as soon as I can. You said you wanted to flesh out your post-apoc OC. Make a VN about it. Yeah, maybe. It just, I don't know. It depends on how well I can do that. It depends. This is so sad. What, that I don't like math? Math is stupid. I don't like math. Math is stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to at least try to make a VN one day. I think it would be a fun little coding exercise, maybe. Anyways, moving on. Alright. Quiz time. Are you guys excited? We're going to put all of your knowledge to the test, chat. Alright, I better see every single one of you replying to my questions, okay? You're going to be graded. This is graded. This is on the test, okay? You're graded. Alright? Okay. Now, I'm going to give you time to respond whenever I say the question, okay? And I'll let you know when time is up, okay? By Kershaw logic, numbers should make woman brain hurt, lols. That's what I'm saying. Numbers do make my brain hurt. Zorak is from Asia. Hating math is a crime. True, true. His parents would beat on him. Sorry, I hope that's an appropriate joke to make. I'm gonna reply, but I'm a delinquent. No! Okay. Number 1. Hopefully very easy. You need to squeeze out of the train during rush hour. What do you say to the people around you? Trying to do the fucking stink eye, but I can't do it. What do you say? I taught you this. Excuse me. No! You can't say. I'm not to my Japanese sly yet, Tofu. Oh, bye. That is not what you say! You do not say that. Sumi, my son. Yeah. Look at you. So many of you are... Oh, my emotion. Oh, my God. You're gonna kill the person on the train? No. All of you who didn't say sumimasen, you're failed. You're done. F. Goodbye. You failed. No more. I'm walking. This is Japan, not New York. Get this shit out of here. Skippity toilet, Riz, Ohio. You guys are so... this is horrible. Our future generation and society is screwed. Skippity toilet, Riz, Ohio. It's over. We're done. Anyways. Yes! Sumimasen is correct for the first question. For all of you that said sumimasen, you're correct. And for tofu, that said, excuse me, ma-sen, you get a half a point. All right. Number 2. This is your second question, okay? It's your second question. You are thanking a shopkeeper for your purchase at their store. What do you say? What do you say? Remember, chat, if you're good, if you ace your exam, I'll give you a gold star, okay? At least Ohio is Japanese. Bold of you to think there will be future generations. Good lord. God damn. The hikikomori epidemic is spreading. You bitches aren't fucking repopulating like you're supposed to. Arigato, my dude. I'm eating a goldfish. Well, here's answer your question. Something roboto. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I think that's how Japanese works. Thanks, my guy. Yes! Look at you saying arigato gozaimasu. You guys are so smart. Look at you. Oh, I'm so proud. Look, you guys are so good at this. Danke. All right. Question number 3. Question san. You need to apologize for dropping something on someone's foot. What do you say? You dropped your Starbucks drink on someone's foot. What do you say? Lou, we watch VTubers. We're not interacting with them an hour. Okay, well, I don't want to stereotype, okay? Listen, man. Stereotyping is bad. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. Got another answer for number 2. Okay. The future generation might not be smart, but we will at least be epic. True. Ni hao Mulan. That's Chinese! That's Mandarin! Go Menasai. Who's that for number 3? My fault, G. You spilled my drink, asshole. God, Lord. Fail, 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 fail. F's, all of you. No gold stars. No gold stars. For those of you who said gomenasai, good job. And for Ice-T, you said honto ni gomenasai. You are so goated. You are so freaking goated. Holo Tofu, hold on. One moment. Yes, you are so freaking correct. You're so freaking correct. Honto, he said, oh fuck. Honto ni moshi wakaremasen. Moshi wakare. Honto ni moshi wake arimasen. Which is also correct, I think. Good job, Tofu. You guys are... Mandarin is a fruit, you foolish rabbit. I said Chinese, not Mandarin. You goof cringe Dio. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's time for the challenge question. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? You're not ready? Alright. Translate this sentence to Japanese. Where is the bullet train? When Lou said it's Lou time, I was really Lulu Adventures. Good lord. Good lord. Do we learn swearing? I don't even know that many swear words. There's like kusa, means like shit or something. Ah, my phone fell. Hold on. I don't even know that many. You look like a baka. Era niega. Sorry, one second. I'm looking at Reddit. I'm sorry. Alrighty. Shinkansen wa... Okay, I'm looking at your chats now. Let me see here. Washing. Okay. I think some of you guys are a little confused on like the sentence structure. So it would be, I'm gonna type an example in chat. Item wa doko desu ka? There you go. But, for the most part, you all did super good. Certified brain rot looking at Reddit. Okay, I was looking at Reddit. I was looking at the Learn Japanese subreddit because I was looking to see if my thing on cuss words was correct. Shinkansen wa doko desu ka? Very good. Bullet train wa doko desu ka? Close enough. How many flip phones did you buy in Japan? None. I lost my map, sir. Shinkansen wa doko desu ka? Good job, Emmy. Jako muno bago tuglog. I know that's not Japanese! But otherwise, you all did very good. Congratulations! You passed. You passed my quiz. I'm so proud of you. Lolita wa doko desu ka? Yo, there's actually so much Lolita in Japan. As in, like, the fashion. There was so much of it. Just everywhere. It was kind of crazy, actually. So, Nintendo this. Your Nintendo? That's crazy. Don't DMCA me. Congratulations! You yeah, you're Japanese now! Woo! Congratulations! You're Japanese now. You're Nihongo Jozu. Woohoo! You know a little. I'm so proud of you. Woohoo! Congratulations. Amazing. All right, moving on. So, okay, Lou, that's cool and all, but where can you actually learn more? Like I said, Duolingo, I think, is good for memorization of hiragana and katakana, especially because you can hear it pronounce the stuff to you, so you can say it and learn how it's pronounced properly. But otherwise, I wouldn't use it for anything else, personally, in my own opinion. One of the apps that I liked to use whenever I was learning without a textbook was Bunpo. I really liked Bunpo. I thought it was really good for grammar, kanji memorization, etc., etc., etc. You do have to pay for a subscription. However, if you're truly invested in it, I would honestly say it's a really good investment, in my opinion, because personally, Lou, random question, but do you have a reference sheet for your VTuber? Yes, I do, I think, somewhere. What textbook do you recommend? We'll get to that. Personally, I liked Bunpo more than Anki for my personal studying because I'm not super great with flashcard memorization, but if you think you're really good with flashcards, I would recommend Anki. I think it's pretty good. Tried using Duolingo to learn French, but it didn't seem helpful for what I was trying to learn. Yeah, Bunpo. Bun is short for bunny. She's a paid shill. Oh no, he figured it out. Fuck, I gotta abort. I gotta delete my channel. But yeah, I would say the primary thing for learning Japanese would be Genki, which you can see right here. This is probably my favorite way and the best way that I've learned Japanese. It's a textbook, and honestly, if you stick with it and you work your way through the whole thing, I promise you will learn more than any of these apps over here will ever teach you. Seriously. Like, yes, will you sound a little bit textbooky? Yes, but I think it's better in Japanese to sound textbooky than it is to come off as impolite, in my own opinion. So I would recommend maybe going to your local university, trying to take a class, or finding maybe like a class online that uses the Genki textbook. Seriously, I seriously recommend it. It's very huge if you're trying to learn Japanese. I seriously recommend it. And also, it's really funny. They have like a whole story going on with like characters and stuff that you can kind of read through that's like going on. It's kind of funny. I kind of like it. The book has character. I really like it. But also, I don't think that you should... Funny, I just bought Genki from Amazon. Good on you! Good on you. I have Genki and the Genki workbook sitting over on my shelf right now. I need to actually brush up on a little bit of my Nihongo, actually. But, one other thing I will also say is that, listening and actually engaging with the language is a really good way to also learn things as well. So what I mean by that is, okay, I'm just going to use VTubers as an example. You guys seem to like VTubers. I mean, you're watching me right now, right? So what I personally like to do whenever I want to like practice a little, I'll put on like a JP streamer that I really like, and I'll try to follow along as best as I can. I found that listening to Japanese streamers, at least for me, can help quite a bit, especially when it comes to the listening stage of things. As well as listening to music. Like I said, writing down and learning songs is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to learn Japanese as a language. So, honestly, just try to engage with the language as much as possible. If that means, like, listening to VTubers for you, then do that. If that means listening to Japanese podcasts, do that. Music, fuck, I mean, I know some people that fucking practice in, like, VR chat. They talk to Japanese people in VR chat and try to converse with them. So, I mean, fuck it. If you want to try like that, you can do that too, you know? There's so many different ways to learn, but as long as you stick with it and choose something that works for you, it'll work. I can't sit here and say that I know everything, because I don't, because different things work for different people. But what I can say is that consistency and immersing yourself in the language is definitely the best way to learn deeper if you're more interested in learning. For me personally, what that meant for me was changing simple things like my phone and my iPad language to Japanese, or like my Discord language to Japanese, just so I could have that constant reminder to keep translating in my head. So that's my opinion. I thought you said fuck isn't a Japanese word. Make up your mind. Fuck isn't a Japanese word. Stop. Apparently I've been learning Spanish from these text-to-speech Pokemon vids. That's funny. Yeah. It like I said, it is really insane just how much you can learn if you immerse yourself in the language. A lot of people learn English just by watching like Netflix, or I met this guy while I was in Japan who he was talking to me, and because it was like an exchange thing, and he was talking to me and he was like, yeah, I learned English just because I was watching YouTube and Netflix and stuff. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, actually. Because he sounded like he spoke like perfect English, and I was like, that is insane. And he said he had never stepped foot in the United States before, or in any English-speaking country, and I was like, wow, that's really incredible. So check out the Discord, for example, lol. I will. But, yeah. That's what I recommend if you want to get started to learn. You need to be consistent, otherwise you'll forget. So, it's always felt very daunting. It is daunting, I won't lie. It will take a long time, but if you stick with it, I think it's very rewarding. I'm just now getting to the point where I can kind of converse with people, and it's very rewarding. I was at a show while I was in Japan. Definitely a Fed. He was autistic, Lou. I'm sorry. Listen, man, I'm just... Ugh, good lord, a Fed. How is he even a Fed? What, if he was like a CIA operative, wouldn't he be like white or something? He's autistically okay. But anyway, still wondering when I will reach the point in my head where I no longer need to translate in my head and you can just understand instantly. You'll get there eventually, but I think what's really important is eliminating that initial English translating part in your head. For example, if you're translating, densha means densha. It doesn't mean train in English, it just means densha. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard for me to explain, but that helps me translate a little better sometimes. So, he needs to blend in, duh. Oh, good lord. But yeah. Ugh. They have informants, good lord. I would hope he was not an informant. That guy tried getting one of my friends drunk so he could fuck her. It was really, really weird. If he was an informant, I'm gonna sue. I did not really like him. He was weird. Bro was straight up strange. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole. Have I told you about that? Landon's not an activity 101. He just had some tape. Oh, good lord! How much important information have I lost? Not that much. He wanted to be a informant. Oh, that took a turn. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He was an asshole. I did not like him that much. Like, did he speak good English? Yes, but also maybe he was a Fed, actually. Maybe he was a CIA operative. What can't on? Well, okay, I had to prove a point. OMG, Lou, hi, Rock. Sorry, hi, Sergeant Rock. What's up, man? What's up? But anyway, rabbit. Okay. But yeah, so that was an interesting moment in time for Japan. So yeah, he was a little weird. Yeah, don't recommend. Anyways, that was not a fun time. Anyways, there's a Fed who missed American nectar. Good grief. Though I think the worst part is, so because it was like a study abroad, because I went with my university, we also went to a university and we like had an exchange thing, right? And I actually do kind of want to talk about this because it's a little insane. This guy, so he was Korean, I think, originally, but he spoke really good English and really good Japanese, and he kind of was just really nice. Everyone was being really nice to him, and so he and another guy came out drinking with some of the people in our group, and he basically got these two girls really, really fucking drunk off of like soju. And it was not a fun time, but we kept them away from him so he was not being really weird anymore. Anyways, he was weird, man. He was talking and he was like, yeah, I'm an undergrad, I'm 23, I'm still a freshman. And I was like, you're odd, buddy. You're odd. Go home. You're a fucking weirdo. Go home. Like, ugh, good lord. So, not that him being 23 is weird, just the fact that basically what he said was he couldn't get into any of the Korean universities because he was too stupid, and so he transferred to a Japanese one instead and waited until he was 23, which was a little embarrassing in my opinion. So, anyways, just saying. Also, fun fact, here in the Philippines, you have to speak 3 languages to exist. That is crazy. No, thank you. I think in America, you really only have to know English. I would say maybe Spanish if you live in like a southern place, but like English, you don't really have to know anything else. I would say the biggest languages are like Spanish and French, but that's just because of the Canadian people and yeah. Do you fight anyone in Japan? No. Smoker friendly JP is, yeah. It wasn't that smoker friendly, honestly. There was a lot of places where it said no smoking, but you just have to be very careful with the signage and stuff, because if you walk into a place, sometimes it will be smoker friendly. So just be careful. Don't get hotboxed, I guess. Korean universities are extremely competitive. Yeah, that is very true. Based on the average American, you also barely need to know English. Yeah! Our school system really fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks. I would consider myself generally better than most people at speaking the English language, and that is because in my free time, when I was younger, I wrote and I roleplayed on my own, and when you're roleplaying, you get with like these really weirdo freaks who like insist on the need to use like every strange wolf speak ass word that they can come up with, and it's just like their orbs reflected in the light, and it's like, oh my god, can you just do like their eyes looked at the moon or something? It's so fucking weird. Anyways, I have a big vocabulary because of that, but most American students do not. It is actually insane. Just saying. You should have to know German to live in the US. You are crazy. You are crazy. If we get a JP stream, maybe sometime. I don't know how much JP I would be able to speak efficiently. What you mean, bruh? I'm a hella good Englisher. You need to kill yourself. Roleplaying taught me more than school ever did. So true. So freaking true. Like, I don't know if you guys did that when you were younger, but that's all I did. It's all I ever did. I would create little characters. I would go on, like, Roblox, and then I would be like, I am this person, and I would roleplay with people. That's what I would do. Alternatively, you can not consume mainstream culture, not to sound like a contrarian, but it worked well enough for me. What do you mean by that? Because by consume mainstream culture, like in what sense? I'm not trying, okay, that sounds mean. I'm not trying to say it in a mean way. I'm just trying to, like, I'm curious. Apparently my parents exposed me to English language meaning as a kid because of that. And because of that, my English became first language and I spoke it better than all the other kids whose first language is Visaya. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I think it's because, this is gonna sound really conceited, but I think a lot of people, this is a thing in Japan too, I think a lot of people think as English as this language where if you start learning it and you speak it, opportunities open up to you. Like an opportunistic language. I think maybe that's a good way to describe it. Because I was reading my sensei's paper on it, and he's lived in America for about 30 years, so he speaks incredibly fluent English. He honestly speaks better English than I do. So, and he was talking about the same thing, how, you know, his parents were so excited when they heard from him that he was learning English in the way that he was. And so, I think maybe that's why. It's not that, I don't know. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The only language you need to know in New Zealand is English, but some groups want to change all the English towns' name to native language Maori. Is that how you say it? Maori or Maori? The word mainstream in 1,000 quotes. I know, but I guess I'm confused on what do you mean, like for language learning? I guess you don't have to learn mainstream things, but I guess what I think it's just the easiest for, like, actually diving into the language. Like, if you want to read fucking, like, samurai books from the 1800s, sure, I guess you can do that. But, like, the language is going to be so much more different than what is, like, actually commonly spoken. Oh, I thought the name of the language there was Hobbitish. That's evil. They want to make me international ready, ended up sounding like an out-of-place person in the country. Others say I even have sport an American-sounding accent, like, unlike everyone else. Yeah, that's, I mean, part of me I don't think that that's a bad thing, but I'm also a native English speaker. Hi, Lou and Chat, is there any other language you'd like to learn in the future? For me, other than Japanese, I think I really want to learn Mandarin. I think learning Mandarin would be really cool so that inevitably when there's, like, a war between, like, the United States and China, they'll pay me a lot to translate, and I can translate their code and stuff over the radio. And maybe if I get, like, caught by, like, the Chinese, if they ever take over and get put in, like, an internment camp or something, I'd be like, please let me out, I can speak fluent Mandarin. So. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely, it's definitely interesting. There's a whole thing called linguistic landscaping, and it's definitely a really interesting topic, especially when it comes to, like, English as a language and why it's so heavily spoken. Granted, it does go into, like, the westernization of places like Asia from, like, US occupation and stuff, but I personally think that's interesting because it is one of those, you know, like, winners shape history type things. So if you're interested in that, maybe you should look up, like, linguistic landscaping. Especially in places like Japan. I think it's more interesting when you consider places like Japan because, you know, like, we were in the Hiroshima Memorial Museum, and what I did, I don't want to say that the translations were different because they were not different per se, at least from what I saw, ? But there is definitely, in the Hiroshima Memorial Museum, I don't think they directly place blame on any one particular person from what I remember. Like, it's very passive language. It's not directly, like, aggressing the Americans for the bombing of, like, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which I thought is really interesting. Thank you, Amy, for the membership. Holy fuck. Hi, thank you so much. Oh my god, welcome. That's so exciting. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clap, clap, clap. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My newest recruit. Thank you. But, yeah, sorry. 1,099 social points, yeah. You have way too much imagination. Well, I was originally gonna learn Mandarin too, because I was originally gonna go to this really fancy school, but then I had my little sisters who were born, and then they ruined that for me. So, thank you for the lesson, Miss Teacher Ma'am, but it's time for me to go. Have a good rest of your day and learn chat. You're welcome. Thank you so much for dropping in, Amy. I appreciate it. Your first YT membership. Ah! Congratulations! That makes me so happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Wait to hear about what the World War II bombings did to the Hispanophone population of the Philippines. I actually don't know about that, but you should talk about it. I put in my Australian citizenship years ago, but they still don't want me, bruh. That's, damn, unfortunate. Learn Spanish so I can yell at customers more effectively. That's horrible. You know, I kind of want to move to Spain or somewhere near Latin America so I don't know, never annoy me again. Good lord. That is one way to do it. Whoa, hello, Lou. Hello, Star Sergeant. What's going on, man? So glad you became clear while we're talking about Hiroshima. I know. It's funny. It's funny. But yeah, I definitely think if you're interested in that type of thing, it's definitely very interesting to me. So, but I digress. Anyways, moving on. Finally, my favorite slide of all, Japanese. This is what I like to call a certain type of speaking of Japanese that mixes like, it's like English, but I like to call it Japanese because I think that's funny. So one of some of my personal favorites are on the left side, but there's also a giant list on the right side as well that I like stole from the internet. One of my favorites, Konichi what's up, because Konichi what's up. It goes perfect. It's amazing. Another favorite, Gomenasari. I really like Gomenasari. I think it's funny. Another personal favorite, Sumima move. Sumima move is one of my favorites. I really like that one just because of the fun. I think it goes so well. Get out of the sensory ranges of all of my 5 senses, white woman. Arigato go. And then another one, ariga, thanks. Which I think that one goes really well. It's because it's like arigato, but ariga thanks. So, and then there's a whole bunch of those over there. Kenichi, what's up? Sayonara, gomenasari, choto a minute, nani the fuck, arigato go. Yeah, but arigato means like thank you, so that wouldn't make sense. Arigato go doesn't make sense because arigato is thank you. Ariga thanks gozaimasu. Don't Itashai mention it. Hisashi been a while. Todaim home. Todaima home. Dojai Daijoke Yamate Kuda stop. Urusu shut up. Super maxing. Super amazing. That's not super maxing. I read it wrong. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of really funny ones right here. And I personally loved using Japanese when I was over there. There was a few Japanese natives I was talking to, and they thought it was really funny every time I did something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe if you're talking to university students like I did, they'll get like a giggle out of it. The average con weeb speak. maybe. I just think it's funny. I don't know. But yeah. Oh. What? Here we go. No, go back. Okay, there we go. Okay. But yeah, that's it. Do you guys have any questions? About like the language, culture, do's and don'ts, general travel tips, etc. I'm very willing to answer. I will use my expertise from being in Nihongo for like 3 weeks or however long I was there to give to you so that hopefully your trip will be as amazing as mine. Super Agato. Okay. But yeah. Oof, it's so hot in here. I keep putting my hair up. If you see me like moving around a lot, it's because I keep putting my hair up and because it keeps falling down from my ponytail. Grr. Speaking of that. Oh yeah, speaking of that, chat, I totally might have to cancel the stream on Friday, or at least move it to later that night, or like maybe earlier in the morning. Maybe I'll move it to earlier in the morning. I don't know. It kind of depends. But there's some stuff going on in real life that I kind of forgot was happening, which might be very important. So that also might bleed into Saturday as well. So I'm telling you about it now just so I don't look like a fool later. But yeah. Is tipping a thing in Japan like America? No. And I'm so freaking upset about it because I hate tipping in America and I want to go back to Japan because there was literally no tipping. And it was so nice because I didn't have to pay like 20% when they did a shitty service. So yeah, no tipping in Japan. Do not tip in Japan. Yes, teacher question, Mimi. Did you eat konbini food and how was it? Yes, I ate konbini food a lot. We didn't have breakfast a whole ton, but our teacher got hotels that were usually right above konbinis for breakfast. So what I would eat usually was 7-Eleven pineapple, because usually we would buy a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven smoothie, usually either blueberry or strawberry banana, and then like milk buns. That's usually what I would have for breakfast, with maybe a Dotor coffee or something. Konbini food was pretty okay. It's kind of salty. I personally didn't like onigiri that much. You might like it. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. It's convenience store food. Oh! One of my favorite things that we did have over there was this thing. Technically, I think it's called Coolish. It's soft serve ice cream in a little it's soft serve ice cream in a little pouch. But because one of my friends who would get it all the time could not speak Japanese, he called it squeeze because you squeeze it out of the pouch. And so we would call it squeeze, but basically it's just vanilla soft serve in a pouch. They sell that at konbinis, and it's really good. Also, most ice cream over there is soft serve. Fair warning. Just saying. Is English not really that widely understood still? No. If you stay in Tokyo, there's going to be English on everything, and at least some people are going to be able to speak at least a marginal bit of English. They're going to be able to understand hello, or thank you, or etc., etc. It's kind of like how we can understand, you know, excuse me, sorry, hello, thank you, etc., etc. You know, don't expect them to be able to hold full conversations with you, but you will at least be able to be like, you will at least be able to get like your store stuff across. So, how are the pod hotels? I didn't stay in any, unfortunately. Will customs check Arrow manga? Maybe? I don't think so, because it'll look like a book. They definitely checked my figures when I brought them home, but they didn't take any, so not a huge thing. Let me see. What are the police's opinions on throwing bricks and flaming hot cinnamon buns on homeless people? Generally pretty positive. I don't think the Japanese like homeless people that much. I'll be cow tipping in Japan. Yeah. Tipping culture is out of control. Yeah, it is so out of control. God, I hate tipping culture. It is so awful. Why am I walking into a Subway and you're asking me to like tip the Subway worker? That's Subway work. I am not tipping this fucking Subway worker. Listen, man, I'm making barely any money. The fact that you're already asking me for $16 for a fucking 6-inch is fucking crazy. The fact that you think you're gonna get $5 more just because you expect me to tip out of like fucking, I don't know, solidarity or something. Fuck you. I hate you. Pay your fucking workers, you dumb bitch. I don't like corporations. I don't get any fucking sympathy for me. Maybe instead of not paying your workers and using all the money that you could be using to pay your workers, you should, I don't know, start lobbying a little fucking less in the US government. I don't know. I like tipping because I like helping people, but being forced to tip is not cool. I agree. Like, I would like to tip if someone did an exceptional job and went above and beyond for me. But if you are just flipping around your screen because you're doing your job and you're not doing anything spectacular at it, why the fuck am I tipping you, bro? Like, kill yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Like, yeah. Why is it my responsibility to finish paying your worker?
Maybe you should, like, I don't know, pay your workers, you stupid bitch. That's how capitalism works, dumbass. That makes me so mad, because it makes me so freaking mad, because one of the literal prime principles of capitalism that you can literally look up from the fucking father of capitalism himself, he's literally like, yeah, you need to make sure that you pay your workers, because then they can go home to their families, have enough time to spend and put that money back into the fucking economy, and then their kids will want to come back and work for you, and it creates a generational cycle. But no, they're like, we're gonna pay our workers $5 an hour, and then expect the fucking consumer base that's already also being paid $5 an hour to make up the difference. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Sorry, I got a little, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't like tipping culture. I don't mind tipping someone if they did a really good job, but being forced to tip is crazy, and I should not have to do that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to go off on that rant. I'm sorry. Ugh, good lord. Don't think I can remember a single time I've been asked to tip in New Zealand. Yeah. Yeah. I wish America was like that, but no. I'm gonna fucking bomb the U.S. Embassy. Place political rant. I'm sorry. The worst part is that I really like politics, but I never really get an excuse to like ramble about that. Or not like politics, but like social issues and stuff, I guess. So, sorry. The money went a little crazy. The blitz scaling method really has been successful though, sadly. It has, and it's unfortunate. I'm gonna straight up just like I'm just gonna straight up stop tipping, I think. Love Lou Take section. Thank you. I feel like we always Lucas. Yeah. That is in fact what they call me. I don't know, after being out in the Japanese countryside, I do kind of just want to delete everything and live in my little hobbit hole. US Embassy in the US. Listen, man, it's the thought that counts, okay? I don't know. It was the first US governmental building that came to mind, okay? I can't say, like, TSA because they'll actually come for me. I was so fucking mad at TSA. They clipped my Kumamon fucking keychain off of my suitcase to look at my figures and then didn't put it back on. Those fucking assholes. I hate TSA. They're so mean. Dude, the first thing I did when I got off the plane was have a TSA agent fucking yell at me. It was horrible. Kershaw Lolita DEI bridge stream run. Maybe. Pizza or burger? Pizza. I don't know. Can your next stream be about your political affiliations to a small party of political extremists? Yeah, of course. Of course. I don't see how that would ever go wrong. I don't see how that would go wrong. You know what I did discover, though? Actually, I probably can't talk about that on stream, but, I don't know. What I will say is that... some people will get so mad over literally the most milquetoast jokes nowadays. I had someone mad at me in my Twitter DMs a little while ago that they were like, how could you ever post something even as a joke that has Epstein's name in it? Don't you know you're making fun of the people that he affected? And it's like, damn, that shit happened like 30 years ago. Isn't the statute of limitations up on that? Can't I make a joke? They were like all bugging me and shit. They were like this is so disgraceful that you played this shitty shovelware Steam game. And I was like, dude, did you even watch the stream? I fucking refunded it halfway through because it was so awful. Like, what are you fucking on about? So, I don't know. My opinions on shit isn't dictated by people that think clicking a link is gonna help people being bombed in another part of the fucking world, so... My opinion is not dictated by people who morally grandstand and... God, what's the word? And who are, like... What's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. What is the word? My opinion is not dictated by people who I don't know.
political activists that don't actually care. Performative activists, that's what it is. They're performative as fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can suck my fat nuts. I don't care. Unmeditated internet psychos. Literally. Twitter makes you think eugenics should be brought back. Probably should at this point, honestly. Probably do better for our society. Virtue signaling? That too. I hate those bitches. They're like, me. I'm gonna kill your family. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. Like, God, you like, I don't hate people, but sometimes you make me want to hate people. So, I'm sorry. This is the most unrelated rant of all time. Like, I got so off topic. Yeah, keep it up. You'll just make my opinions worse. Food. People are a waste of oxygen. I agree. It's so fucking annoying. Whatever. Fuck it, we ball. At the end of the day, who's the one sitting at 2K subscribers? Me or them? That's all I'm saying. But yeah. Any other questions before I think I'm gonna head off for the day? Fuda. There was a whole movement of people that like wanted me to be a femboy earlier. Not like earlier today, but like earlier a few months ago. I still have some of the art from them. I wonder where he went. Did you go to Kyoto? I did not go to Kyoto. No. Kyoto's kind of a tourist trap these days. Go to like a random city in the middle of nowhere. There'll be like no tourists and you'll get the same thing basically. Went from learning Japanese to kept Japan great natural progression, yeah. What are femboys called in Japanese? Like otokonoko something? Otokonoko? Hold on. Yeah, otokonoko. Male daughter, male girl. Femboy, basically. Is it Lou? Isn't a femboy? Unsubscribe. No! You learned my big secret. No. Why, when you have fans, I'd be a femboy for LMAO. I liked it there. Literally impossible to browse Twitter without saying something that makes you mad. Yeah. What I've been doing, honestly, you know what's given me such a peace of mind recently? So I used to be really bad about arguing with people on the internet. And what I realized is that it kind of made me really sad and depressed. Because I would make sock puppet burner accounts just to argue with people, just to prove a point. Even if, I wouldn't even agree with them some of the time. It's just that their tone or the way that they were talking was annoying. So I'd go out of my way to be an inconvenience to them because of that. Like, I would agree with them. It was just the way that they were doing it was annoying. So I'd just be an inconvenience and a bitch for no reason. What I've discovered is that having inner peace and not doing that and just using the block button and the unfollow button is actually so much better for your mental health than just arguing with random jobless losers on the fucking internet. Woman that argues. Next she'll say water is wet. Oh lord. Listen man, it's not my fault I like arguing, okay? It's fun. I like it. I like debating and I like arguing. I like making people on the internet mad. They'll never change no matter what. Yeah, but the whole thing was that it was fun for me because I could just piss them off. I'd like bait them and then they'd take the bait and then they would just be pissed off the whole time and I would just troll them. It was really funny. But now that I don't do that anymore, I feel so happy. I just picked the thickest nose hair on God. That's so awesome. Congratulations, man. That's so great. You mean to say engaging with social media is... Not engaging with social media is good for you? Surprise, surprise. I know, right? It's almost like social media is bad for you. Like, I honestly really just do not... I really... honestly just do not... God, what is it? I really just do not, like, use social media that much. Like, sure, am I a live streamer? Yes. But I feel like for being a live streamer, I am like super chronically offline. Like, yeah, do I definitely engage in a little bit of like forums sometime? Yes. But like, I don't know. Compared to all these other people who are constantly fretting about like numbers and stats and whatever, I feel much more in like a healthy spot than they are. So like, because I don't know. When people think about like social media dependency, they think about like numbers and stats and stuff, and it's just, I don't know, that's not a thing for me. I uninstalled TikTok from my phone a few months ago and I found I've been much more productive. I just don't even use TikTok anymore. Which really sucks because I feel like it's a good way to promote myself, but I don't like TikTok. I don't. The only reason I liked it was because I would watch cat videos on it. Those were cute. I like the cat videos, but everything else is brain rotted and awful. So, you're not on VT. My lawyers have advised me not to answer that question. I've learned. Okay, I didn't say that. Of course you're chronically offline. You can even show up to your own stream on time. Listen, man, I'm trying my best, okay? But when it really sucks, too, because I really like streaming, but I kind of do just have, like, a life and, like stuff to do. You can use WSG for fun, stupid stuff. Mayhaps. Oh, that was good. That was a banger. Whew. Oh, my Wi-Fi is so ass right now. Ugh. But yeah. Sometimes, all the time, your best just isn't good enough. I'm sorry! Forgive me. I'm sorry, okay? Listen, man, I'm trying. I am excited to get back into streaming, though. I think I just need to, like, motivate myself and get back into it, though. You know what I mean? Like, my wrist is really hurting, so as soon as that stops, I feel like we'll be fully back. And I think it was Yukon who said this, like, to have a thing where you just react to the TCal mini updates and stuff. The issue is that I've already seen all the mini updates, but what I have been thinking about is maybe doing a stream where I just draw fan art and take, like, chat suggestions and stuff of what to draw. I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically relating to TCal, but definitely can relate to TCal, I guess. So, that's definitely an idea that I've had on the brain for a while. So, we can definitely do something TCal related. So, okay, based, having a life is the best. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't really have friends when I was younger because I was a weird autistic little rabbit child thing that was like, I don't know, that no one wanted to talk to because I was like a weird, strange thing, right? And so now that I actually have friends who like care about me and who like actually want to hang out with me and stuff, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to take that for granted. Because I have my computer and everything, but I kind of grew up on the computer, and I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't really take people and their presence in your life for granted. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I guess that's maybe just some Wise Bunny retrospective, I guess. So I've been trying to hang out with family and friends a whole bunch, because it's like, you know, who knows? What if this is like the last time I speak to them for a very long time? So, just my opinion though. Because holy shit, the latest update really changes the dynamics. I know, I saw between Renee and stuff. Lou was saying we're not her friends. No, you are. It's just that like, you're also like chatters. Yeah, that's real. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. It's not that I love my pewter. All my friends are in there. I know, all of my silly mentally ill friends are in my pewter. Can go both ways. Enough people taking advantage of you that can mirror that experience. Yeah, that's definitely something I've experienced as well. But I think I really lucked out this time with an actually good group of friends who I can trust. So do not take them close for you for granted. They leave you far sooner than you realize. Learn it the hard way. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Either way. But yeah. Okay. I think that might be it for today. I completed my lesson. Do you guys have any other general Japanese questions before I head out, or is that it? Because I want to finish cleaning my room, because it's kind of getting there, but I still have some moldy chocolate milk cups on my desk. And I also maybe want to go to Walmart to get an air purifier, because I'm thinking if I get an air purifier, maybe I'll get sick less, because I think there's mold in my vents. I think there's mold in my air vents, so I think I might just get an air purifier. So, the older you get, the harder it is to make friends. Yep, exactly. So, I think it's important to keep the friends that you do have. Time for a shower. Catch you on the next one, Lita. Question, how to get a Japanese girlfriend? Go up to them and say, my samurai sword is really big, and so is my penis, and I am a white man, and I will make beautiful white Japanese babies for you, and they'll be like, oh my god, you're so perfect, and then they will marry you. Easy as cake. No, that's priorities. Mold is sus mold cod venting. Oh good lord. I already knew you're related to Pippa. Mold is expected. I know, but it's not usually this bad. Usually I'm a compulsive cleaner, but because I've been sick and because I just got back. Holy shit, thank you for the $40. What the fuck? What the flip? What the flip? I gotta look at this. Hold on. I never have stream elements open. I never have stream elements open. Oh god, thank you for the $40 loot tax. What the frick? What the frick? What the frick? Hold on. Live streamers, Ow, my wrist hurts. Owie. Oh, it's all Japanese. Let me see. Oyasumi ru Obama ga anata no. What the fuck does this say? Itsumo ni ite kuremasu yo ni. Amen. Oh my god. Hold on. Listen, I could read most of that. I just don't know some of the kanji. Oh man. Oh fuck. Hold on. Man. Oyasumi Obama ga anata no tabi ni itsumo issho ni ite kuremasu yo ni. Amen. Okay, for those of you not in the know, he said gracefully, good night, Lou. May Obama be with you together on your journey. Amen. Oh man, so funny. Twitter likes being gone makes me sad because we won't be able to see all the weird porn and guro you like. I know, it's so upsetting. Oh, is Japan sunny? Like, can you get burnt easy? Yes! Oh, it's super hot and sunny, so be prepared. It's very humid too, so you will sweat a lot. Bring a lot of deodorant from your home country because Japanese deodorant is ass. What do you think of the mom's name being Renee? So hot. Renee makes so much sense, and it's so sexy. Why would a professional streamer have stream elements open? True. We're so Barack. We're so Barack. Oh, man. How do you ask for the nearest hardware store and government building? Mocho wa doko desu ka? Ace's hardware wa doko desu ka? Oh, you like girl? I do like girl. I used to own a Tumblr girl blog until it got deleted. Oh, man. Not as Lou, you know, just as me being a weirdo and freak online, but I think if I was ever to, like, reincarnate or, like, have another, like, completely reband, which I don't think would ever happen as of right now, I would really like to embrace that whole Guro aesthetic, because I really like that. I think it's really cool. I really like Arrow Guro and Guro in general. Also because of the whole funeral director thing. So I think that would be a cool thing to embrace. Renee sees Andrew's disappointment low. I saw that! It's so interesting. Got really hot in a restaurant. August 1945. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Make a zombie Lou for Halloween. We already have zombie Lou. What are you talking about? Hold on. Do I have to bring her out? Hold on. Do I have to bring her out? Hold on. Where is it? Ah, ja. Is this it? Aha! It's brain damaged Lou. It's brain damaged Lou. Hold on, I gotta. Ta-da! Franken Lou has returned. She has returned. Whoa. If you reincarnated Lou, you would be a rat or a mouse, perchance? No, I don't think so. You're asking me that as a reference, I feel like, but I don't know what you're referencing. I don't know what you're referencing. Lobotomy, yeah. Look, guys, Franken Lou won't hurt you. She just wants to look at you. Franken Lou won't hurt you. Franken Lou isn't real. Ah! Every time I see this model, it grows on me a little bit more. That's very sweet of you. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, I know my model is a little janky, but I love her. She might be a little silly. It might be a little retarded, but you know, whatever. She's cool. Hope they finish the mod, TBH. It will be fun to see Andrew go through the story with Renee instead of Ashley. I agree. I think that'd be interesting. I think the manipulative aspect would be interesting as well. Nothing changed for me. Is that Lou? Is it that Lou was brain damaged from the start? Well, I was definitely brain damaged from the start. I think I just I think this is like Down syndrome. Lou, but she is white. Lou, I have to ask, do men and women smell different on the inside? Because men and female... What? No! I don't think so. I mean, mostly you'll just smell like formaldehyde and stuff. You know? Most of the time. I don't know. Maybe I can, I don't know, I don't usually stick my face inside and smell people's guts. Usually that's not something, you know, that's not really mandated. That might get you sued, but I don't know, what do I know? Ah. You know, I do kind of like the mouth on this a little. Ah. I look cute when I smile. Ah. I think if maybe the blush wasn't fucked up. I think if maybe the blush wasn't fucked up, I could use it. Down syndrome Lou is Lou in your webcam. Shut up! I'll kill you. The Lou in my webcam is the Lou that you see. This is what I look like in real life, bunny ears and all. She's perfect the way she is. The atrocities are part of her, and I've decided that they're funny. Exactly. See, you get it. You get it. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, I think that's all for today, folks. I have taught you a little bit of Nihongo, so I hope you can use it well and use it wisely. And yeah, I think that's about it. See ya. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna go clean my room now. And yeah, I think I'll see you all later. Okay? Alright. Oyalumi. Da! Da! Oyalumi! Say it back. 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 Thanks, I enjoyed my stay. Yay! Yippee! Well, Lou, and goodbye. Goodbye! Bye! Otsukare! Yay! Otsukare! Oyalumi! Oyalumi! Bye 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 bye! I'll see you all later, okay? Bye! Probably see you tomorrow, hopefully. For something. I don't know if it'll be The Sims. It depends on if my thing hurts, but yeah. We'll bathe and loop. Lemon woman, okay. Bye! Oyalumi!
Bye, 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 bye.